Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. Once there was a man called Geppetto. He was poor and lived alone in a small town near the sea. Geppetto was a carpenter who made his living by making puppets. Once he was carving a puppet out of wood in his workshop. Suddenly the wood squealed. Ouch! That hurt! The puppet was alive. Geppetto named the puppet Pinocchio. Pinocchio wanted to be like other boys and go to school. Geppetto sold his coat to send him to school. One day, on his way to school, Pinocchio saw a puppet show in progress. He longed to see it, but the ticket cost 4 pence. Pinocchio sold his books to get the money. He joined the puppets on stage and decided to stay with them. Later that day, Giovanni, the puppet master, a fearsome-looking man, needed wood for the fire. He chose Pinocchio as firewood. Pinocchio begged and pleaded to be spared, telling him about his poor father. "Get off my stage!" roared the puppet master. Then he noticed how much the crowd liked Pinocchio. He did not say anything and let Pinocchio stay. "Here, you've earned 5 copper coins," the puppet master told Pinocchio. "Take these coins and go straight home," said the puppet master. Pinocchio put the coins into his sack. He did not go very far before he met a lame fox and a blind cat. Knowing that Pinocchio had money, they pretended to be his friends. "Come with us. We'll teach you how to turn these copper pieces into gold," coaxed the sneaky cat. "We want to help you get rich. Plant your coins under this magic tree. In a few hours, they'll turn to gold," said the fox. "Show me where," said Pinocchio excitedly. The cat and fox pointed to a patch of loose dirt. Pinocchio dug a hole and put the sack in it, marking the spot with a stone. "Splendid!" exclaimed the cat. "Now let's go to the inn for supper." After supper, the fox and cat, who weren't really lame or blind, quickly snuck away and disguised themselves as thieves. They hid by the tree, waiting for Pinocchio to come back and dig up the money. After Pinocchio dug up the coins, they pounced on him. "Give us your money!" they ordered. But Pinocchio held the sack between his teeth and resisted to give the sack to them. Again they demanded, "Give us your money!" Pinocchio's guardian fairy, who was dressed all in blue and had blue hair, sent her dog Rufus to chase the fox and cat away. She ordered Rufus to bring Pinocchio back to her castle. "Please sit down," she told Pinocchio. Rufus kept one eye open to watch what was going on. "Why didn't you go to school today?" she asked Pinocchio in a sweet voice. "I did," answered Pinocchio. Just then his nose shot out like a tree branch. "What's happening to my nose?" he cried. "Every time you tell a lie, your nose will grow. But when you tell the truth, it will shrink," said the Blue Fairy. "Pinocchio, you can only become a real boy if you learn how to be brave, honest, and generous." The Blue Fairy told Pinocchio to go home and not to stop for any reason. Pinocchio tried to remember what the Blue Fairy told him. On the way home, he met some boys. "Come with us," said the boys. "We know a wonderful place filled with games, giant cakes, sweet canes, pretty candies, and circuses." The boys didn't know that if you were bad, you were turned into donkeys and trained for the circus. It was not very long before the boys began changing into donkeys. "That's what happens to bad boys," snarled the circus master as he made Pinocchio jump through a hoop. Pinocchio could only grow a donkey's ears, feet, and tail because he was made of wood. The circus master couldn't sell him to any circus. He threw Pinocchio into the sea. The instant Pinocchio hit the water, the donkey tail fell off, and his own ears and feet came back. He swam for a very long time. Just when he couldn't swim any longer, he was swallowed by a great whale. "It's dark in here," scared Pinocchio said. Pinocchio kept floating deep into the whale's stomach. "Who's there? By the light!" called Pinocchio, his voice echoing. "Pinocchio, is that you?" asked a tired voice. "Father, you're alive!" Pinocchio shouted with joy. "How did you end up inside this whale, Father?" "I went looking for you when you did not come home from school and found the blue fairy. She told me to look for you by the sea, and here you are. I found you," stated Geppetto. Pinocchio wasn't scared anymore. He helped Geppetto build a big raft that would hold both of them. When the raft was finished, Pinocchio tickled the whale. "Hold tight, Father. When he sneezes, he'll blow us out of here," cried Pinocchio. Home at last, Geppetto tucked Pinocchio into his bed. "Pinocchio, today you were brave, honest, and generous," Geppetto said. "You are my son, and I love you." Pinocchio remembered what the blue fairy told him. "Father, now that I've proven myself, I'm waiting for something to happen," he whispered as he drifted off to sleep. The next morning, Pinocchio came running down the steps, jumping and waving his arms. He ran to Geppetto, shouting, "Look, Father, I'm a real